25th, 2024. Everyone, please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by the prayer. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Commissioner Williams, please lead us in the prayer.
Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this day that you have granted us. Father, thank you for the rain that you have bestowed upon Mills County. Father, be with us as we do the business of Mills County and guide and direct us in all our actions. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. So welcome to everybody who's here today. Commissioners, number 2, review and act on minutes of March 11th and March 14th of 2024. We'll look over those, see if there's any comments or changes you want to add.
I need to make a correction on number 14.
Okay, and this is
On March 11th.
On March 11th?
Yes.
Okay.
Commissioners' reports and requests.
Okay.
It states in here that there's going to be 30,000 cubic yards to the county. That's not correct.
Okay.
That goes to the state.
Okay, so 30,000 cubic yards to the state.
Yeah, the states, that's what they're going to dig up, but it doesn't go to the county. What goes to the county, I put it on the agenda. It's on number 10.
Okay. Okay, we'll make a correction on that notation you stated. Commissioners, anything else?
Make a motion that we approve the minutes from March 11th, 2024 with the correction and approve March 14th, 2024 minutes as presented.
Okay, a motion's been made by Commissioner Williams to approve the minutes for March 11th and March 14th.
Second.
A second's been made by Commissioner Head. Any other discussion? All those in favor of approving the minutes for March 11th and March 14th, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. Number 3, audience with individuals. I don't guess anyone has signed up, have they? No one has signed up. So number 4, consider an act on approving accounts payables. Commissioners, you'll go through the accounts payables.
I'll speak up again on mine, on Warren Cat parts on page 3. I had a pretty good expense there on my 120 M2 maintainer. Of course, it's all joystick, no steering wheel, and that thing went out, and we had to, it wouldn't let the tires on the front turn or the back, so we had to have a mechanic come up here and repair it. That's what that cost is.
Okay.
On page 8, this is just for clarification, and Guy may be able to answer this one more than anybody. Heart of Texas contractor, it says there's a grinder pump for 1,200. Some change. And then it goes, the septic and grease guy says grease trap for 13. Is those correct? Both of them are that. It's the same thing, right?
No.
It's in the same hole though, isn't it? A grinder pump? No, it's not. Okay.
So juice pumping comes and pumps out the grease trap. That's that one that we repaired not too, last year before. We had broken lines. On the part of Texas Mechanical, that's when they had to come out and pull that sewage grinder.
and, pull it out and troubleshoot it and figure out what's wrong with it. It's still, by the way, just so the court knows, that grinder is still running 6 hours on, 6 hours off, 6 hours. It's gonna go, but it's, that's where we're at on. So,
Okay, I just want to clarify.
On precinct three, the unified and three quarters by one. That's heavy duty impact. Socket. Or when they spill the keys and everything out and trash and stuff like that.
And then the only other question I have on page 11. Senior centers, senior citizens fund, that UniFirst. There's 4 months in there. Will we just get one bill all of a sudden, or?
No, they switched to a manual to a digital thing, and I think we've got back during the December time. Invoices got missed, so that's why we're catching up.
Gotcha. All the questions I have, sir.
Okay, Commissioners, anything else? Do I hear a motion to approve the accounts payable? Motion's been made by Commissioner Williams and second by Commissioner Parton. Any other discussion? All those in favor of approving the accounts payable, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. Number 5, consider an act on burn ban. I will call up, David Shaw and also Holly Ragsdale of TDEM. This is going to tie in with number 5 and number 6. This was brought up in response to the upcoming eclipse. Normally, like last year, previous year, our marshes have been real dry in April. But, I tell you what, this is green up spring I've seen in a long time. We still need runoff water. So, I don't know about, and another consideration I have with the burn ban is getting word out to all these people coming in. I don't know how you get word to all these individuals who may be coming into this, event.
where you have the signs of.
Well, I know signs up. Commissioner Goldsalt's on the burn ban. Well, I personally don't either. I mean, again, and especially if this is in the summer with our dry months. In fact, I was burning this last weekend. I may be burning this upcoming next week or two. And the rain's been great. I think we're still supposed to, the forecast is keep getting these rains.
I don't see
I'm all for not, but,
Well, I will too. Okay, so nothing needs to be done on that then, correct? Okay, no action taken on number 5, consider act on burn ban. Number 6, David Shaw, if you and Holly will come up, we're going to talk about the declaration coming up. This is consider an act on disaster declaration for Mills County during the 2024 solar eclipse runoff. And, Holly, everybody knows Holly Ragsdale, and David Shaw is the TDEM Regional Director, and Holly, of course, represents us in Hamilton County. And I will state one thing before I forget, I made the decision that we're going to be shutting down the courthouse on April 8th. Numerous employees and, elected officials are going to be busy with their respective volunteer fire departments or being safe at home, which that's what we want them to do. So we will be shutting the courthouse down April 8th, Monday, and we'll get notices in the paper. I've been working with Holly and David on the disaster declaration for Mills County, and I will read this in a minute. David, Holly, do I need to prep anything or any comments y'all got?
No, sir. I think they're good.
And again, we're still waiting to know the exact number of staff we'll have here from DPS or whoever, Texas Forest Service, only know.
So is this the same one we sent to the governor?
So, Judge,
Go ahead.
So the first thing we did was we sent a letter to the governor, acknowledging that on April 5th to the 9th, that you will issue the disaster declaration. So it's a preemptive step. Most all the counties in the region took that same step. And so now today, I think you're going to read the disaster deck and basically agree to put that in place for April 5th through April 9th. And what that basically says to the state of Texas is that you're doing everything that you can do at the county level to prepare for and respond to whatever the impacts are that are going to impact us during those days. So you're kind of checking that box, so to speak.
Okay. And I'll read the disaster declaration with two or three clarifications. They have these statute numbers, a couple. Commissioners, if you look on there, some say 418.iOS or 1OS, it should be 108, although it should be 0.018. So this is the disaster declaration for Mills County, whereas the 2024 total solar eclipse, which will dramatically impact our local geographical areas and potentially create multiple impacts within our community and surrounding jurisdictions specific to public safety and security, law enforcement, fire, emergency medical services, as well as maintaining continuity of government for extended period of time, estimated to be from April 5th through April 9th, 2024. And whereas the estimated population increases from individuals visiting the area based on state planning and national recorded impacts from previous similar events in the U.S. and the associated corresponding vehicular traffic impacts from those individuals transitioning into the area prior to and on the day of the event are expected to be significant across the eclipse path. These identified strains on the local community's infrastructure, public safety, and security response capabilities, as well as potential for civilian unrest due to various stages, such as gasoline, fuel, basic commodities in these communities, will exceed our identified capabilities at the local level. Therefore, based on our planning efforts over the past year at the local and regional levels specific to the event, I hereby direct all relevant county departments, agencies, and emergency services take all necessary measures to mitigate the impact of this emergency situation. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed by the county judge of Mills County that local state of disaster is hereby declared for Mills County pursuant to 418.108A as an apple of the Texas Government Code and pursuant to 418.018B of the Texas Government Code. The state of disaster shall continue for a period of not more than 7 days from the date of this declaration, unless continued or renewed by the Mills County Commissioners Court. Pursuant to statute 418.018C of the Texas Government Code, this declaration of the local state of disaster shall be given prompt and general publicity and shall be filed promptly with the Mills County Clerk. And finally, pursuant to 418.018D as in David of the Texas Government Code, this declaration of local state of disaster activates Mills County Emergency Management Plan. This date, this proclamation shall take effect immediately from and after its issuance, order this 25th day of March 2024, respectfully, Jet Johnson, Mills County Judge. Did I miss anything?
No, sir, that's a good read. That's a good job.
Try not to stumble too much. So, commissioners, any questions? Well, I'll make a motion. We declare this disaster declaration, regarding the, upcoming solar eclipse. I made a motion. Second's been made by Commissioner Head. All those in favor of declaring this disaster declaration, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. And David, Holly, anything else we need to discuss or anything?
Judge, I just want to say a few words, and Holly may want to jump into. She's had a big part in all the work that's going on here in the county, and I want to thank all you guys for the work you've done over the past couple of years. Believe it or not, we've been doing this over 2 years, and if I ever say solar eclipse again in my life, it'll be too soon. But I do want to thank the sheriff's department, their staff for the work that they're doing, and like we say in most meetings, and I'll say this at the other county meetings that we have scheduled, everybody's got to be on their A game. Everybody's got to be in the game and playing for 3 or 4 quarters now. So we're kind of down to that point. But anyway, thanks for all the work you're doing, and we're going to support y'all best we can.
Yes, and I will be at the law enforcement center quite a bit that day. I'll be helping the JP out with possible a lot of magistrate work. I know the commissioners will all be working roads and stuff. And like I stated earlier, we got a lot of employees helping with the local VFD. So
We're all going to be this together. We may pull a 12 minute. I don't know.
yeah.
That's it. Just don't forget tomorrow, we have that closed meeting tomorrow at
Yes.
2 o'clock at the sheriff's office. So I invited all 5 of y'all. I know I can't be there, but we've discussed it. We've all discussed it.
Okay.
So, just make sure y'all are there tomorrow, but have a representative.
Okay.
So, well, you're fixing to leave, correct?
Yes, sir. I got it. Sam said.
I want to make a kind of jump ahead from my report. San Saba and the commissioner in San Saba and I have taken information from TxDOT, and we are going to make the swinging bridge only a walking bridge at that.
Sure. I heard that. I heard about that conversation.
We will be doing that meeting this week on how to do that. So, but
Yep.
Let me know that.
But I wanted to let you know since you're going to send that.
No, that's a smart move. I think that's a wise move. Yeah, good thinking.
Okay, commissioners, any other questions for him? David, Holly, thank you.
You're welcome.
Have a good week. We'll be seeing you next day. Moving
County
on.
attorney's office will be open.
The what? The county attorney's office will be open? Okay.
I'm sure the jail.
The jail will be open. Moving on, number 7, consider an act on proclamation declaring April as Child Abuse Prevention Month. Commissioner Williams, you want to prep this anything before I read the proclamation?
Across the state of Texas, they want, the Texas, Child Welfare Boards would like us to make a proclamation in every county, to aware everybody that this is Child Abuse Prevention Month across the state.
Okay, so we're gonna hopefully approve this Child Abuse Prevention Month proclamation for Mills County. So there's a consensus across the country that is necessary to build strong prevention systems as part of the robust family well-being system that only supports families when they're in crisis, but is intentionally in supporting families before they're in crisis. The universal challenges faced over the past 3 years have compounded the struggles children and families in our communities are already facing and heightened the urgency for us to consider what a robust family well-being system in Mills County should and look like. In Mills County, we believe that children thrive in safe, stable, nurturing families within their own communities. Through establishing partnerships with families that capitalize on the collective strengths of parents and their children, we can build strong, healthy families, resilient communities where children can thrive. Sadly, child maltreatment is still a significant public health issue. Communities that lack accessible supports and resources and are disproportionately affected by poverty can experience increased risk factors that lead to child abuse and neglect. Despite the complex factors that can lead to child maltreatment, it can be prevented. Each year, the month of April is dedicated to recognizing the critical work being done across our great state to meet families upstream before a crisis occurs and offers them accessible lifelines that mitigate the challenges they face. Child abuse prevention occurs every day through diligent work and tirelessly advocacy undertaken by Mills County families, friends, neighbors, houses of faith, advocacy groups, nonprofit organizations, schools, healthcare providers, social workers, and government agencies to support children and families in every community. Child abuse prevention cannot be tasked to one community, agency, or system. Behind many families that succeeded on their own is a strong community that provided a way for the family to meet their needs. We must all work together to strengthen our communities and build localized support that is successful, contribute to the well-being of the entire community, and keep children and families safe and together. I encourage everyone to learn more about many aspects of our communities, working hard to create positive, healthy environments for the future leaders for our great state and nation. Together, we can create a brighter future for children, families, and communities in Mills County, and ensure tomorrow's leaders have the support they need to thrive and reach their potential. Therefore, I, Judge J. Johnson, Mills County Commissioners Court, do hereby proclaim April 2024 to be Child Abuse Prevention Month in Mills County and urge the appropriate recognition whereof. In official recognition whereof, I hereby fix my signature this 25th day, March 2024. And we do have some individuals from the Mills County Welfare Board. We appreciate all y'all's support. And you're welcome. Yeah, thank you for all the good work y'all do. So their commissioners is the proclamation. Any questions, comments? I hear a motion.
I make a motion that we approve the proclamation declaring April as Child Abuse Prevention Month.
Okay, Commissioner Williams has made a motion to approve the proclamation declaring April as Child Abuse Prevention Month in Mills County. A second has been made by Commissioner Parton. All those in favor of approving the proclamation say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you, folks. Thank you all for all the work you do. Okay, number 8, consider an act on consolidating voting precincts 2 and 4 along with 9 and 11 for primary runoff. This is going to be Miss Sonia's deal here.
This is something that the Secretary of State allows with permission from the county chairs or regional chairs for the respective parties. The parties have agreed to this. So we would do the consolidations that we typically have done. We would bring Ebony into the First Methodist Church and Center City into the Housing Authority, consolidating 11 into 9 and 4 into 2. The reports will still show individual precincts and who voted from what precinct. It's not combining, it's just consolidating a polling location.
Okay, And commissioners, this is in your packet, and I'm not gonna read these 2 pages here. Gordon? Yeah, I'm about to run out of gas. So any other questions, commissioners?
The only thing I get asked pretty often, and it's easy to clarify, is voters say, how many precincts are in the county? Like, well, there's only 4 precincts in the county, but there's not.
So there's commissioner precincts and there's voting precincts. Voting precincts have to be inside a commissioner precinct. So we can't split 11 because there's a lot of people that think 11 should be over in your precinct, but it's not. It's in Commissioner Williams. So the voting precinct is inside a commissioner precinct. Commissioner Wright just has precinct 1. I could confuse you really easy on this. I'm gonna try not to. We actually have another precinct, but it's because it's early voting. It counts as a precinct as far as the Secretary of State goes, but we don't have any ballots that are printed with just early on it. So we have 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, and 11. You have 7 voting precincts.
Yeah.
We also have a map of the voting precincts up on our webpage. Because they get confused between a commissioner precinct and a voting precinct.
But you got a box in Holland, you got a box in Free. So, I mean, Free even said plain, but I understand where they're coming from.
Right, you're welcome to send them to me. We can show them the map, show them how, I mean, then you can go in school districts and hospital districts if we had one of those, so
Okay.
there's a lot of overlay on the map.
I make a motion that we consolidate voting precincts 2 and 4 and 9 and 11 for the primary runoff.
Okay, motion's been made by Commissioner Williams about combining the precincts for the primary runoff. Second's been made by Commissioner Head. Any other discussion? All those in favor of approving the consolidation, those pre-mentioned voting precincts, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. Number 9, consider an act on voting machine rental agreement with Gold Lake Consolidated ISD. Sonia, go ahead.
This is the standard rental agreement that we have used in the past. Goldway will pay for their own ballot printing. They are just using our equipment. They will pay for Jordan directly for the work that he does. We will still provide voter rolls through Lori's office, the voter registrar's office. Our office is still available to help with absentee ballots by mail. We get a percentage out of this. The Secretary of State encourages us to work with our districts in our county. And I think it's a good relationship to keep that up. If we had a election going on at the same time, we would be combining this and doing a joint election with the school. But the county does not have an election taking place on May 4th. So it'll just be the school using our equipment with your permission.
Okay. Commissioners, question? Comments? Well, I'll make a motion that we, the voting machines be consolidated with, agree with, let me start over. I'll make a motion that voting machines rental agreement with Gold Lake Consolidated ISD be approved. I'll make a motion on that. Well, Commissioner Head beats it. I made the motion, second by Commissioner Head. All those in favor of the voting machine rental agreement with Gold Lake ISD, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. Number 10, consider an act on accepting 8,000 cubic yards of rack from TxDOT for all 4 precincts to be placed in precinct 1 yard. Commissioner Wright, you want to
Yes.
give us comments on that?
This is part of the program that TxDOT does with Mills County. It's under the County Assistant Program. They usually give us so much material every year. Jason asked about this. They don't want to give us rock this year. They want to give us route. And it's up to us to accept it or not accept it. It'd be placed in my precinct. I'll put it in 4 piles. And then you can come get it when you need it, if you want it.
So I talked to Carlos last week and he said that, he doesn't know how much on the 8,000. So did you get a letter from TxDOT saying it would be 8,000? Because
He just told me,
he just, well.
yeah, he told me it could be a little bit more or a little bit less.
He told me Wednesday that it's, if, we approve this, that it wouldn't necessarily be at your yard, it'd all be out there on 84,
Well,
and it'd be one pile.
they've got 3 piles, what they told me, it 30,000 yards, cubic yards. And they asked me if they could bring it all to my yard or bring some to the yard, and that's for each precinct, way I understand.
The way I understood it, they met last Wednesday and said that it was all going to one location.
I'm not aware of that.
No.
I've heard of that.
So it's 8,000 or is it 30,000? So
It's all, what it is, TxDOT sends the judge a letter every year about how much money they'll spend on this. And I think this year, I don't know, Judge, if you got a letter, it's been around, I think around $12,000.
I can't remember, Commissioner Wright.
But I think it was set every year that way. It has been in the past. And they've always put it out in precinct 1 yard.
So that where I'm a little bit confused is 8,000 to 30,000 is too big.
Yeah, to me, like I'm saying, it's,
Difference.
well, I was told 8,000 all we received. So I can get back and we can table it and I can get back to it but they're gonna start delivering, if we're gonna put it all on highway,
84 west.
yes.
Has that ever been
Well,
going to 45 on your yard?
yeah,
Is what he said, but he didn't know the count.
Is there a time, date we need to have this done by, Commissioner Wright?
he said they were gonna start doing it the second week in April.
We got next Commissioners Court meeting, April the 9th.
And if I have to, we can call a special meeting for it.
Okay.
But I understood it's gonna be 8,000, just like they did the gravel, the rock, Jason. And that's about what they deliver to us every year. It's around 8,000 to 10,000 yards.
So they want to replace what we usually get with grass.
Yes.
Yes, that's what they're wanting to do.
But what my confusion is 8,000 versus 30,000.
I can get back, cause that 30,000, my understanding of it was for everything. That when they start filling this up from the road, it's gonna come from Brown County line to the city of Goldthwaite, my understanding.
You see, that was the confusion on the wrap, as they call it, from the start, because for 2 years, I contacted TxDOT about that stuff, the wrap.
Mhm.
Out there at Bumpy Mountain, well, they kept pricing it at a certain price per yard.
Mhm.
And I'm like, we can't pay that for that stuff.
Right,
Then finally they called me back and they said, no, we have to bill it to the county, but the county does not have to pay for
that's what they said.
it. And then of course I asked them if that was gonna interfere with what the county gets every year.
Mhm.
At the point, they said, no, this is a completely different deal.
So if this is different, the 30,000 is different than the 8,000 is what you're saying.
Well, the 8,000 used to be the rock stuff that we would
Correct.
get from them.
That's what I was saying. It's not wrapped.
Yeah, that's my understanding about it too, guys, is that what we were gonna get is, it's gonna be a little bit less than what we've been getting as far as money wise. But they said we could add to it, that in cost to the county, but it wasn't 30,000 cubic yards. That's what it's gonna be.
They're talking about 2 different things.
Yeah, because our minutes said 30,000.
Well, I said that when I talked with Carlos told me, and that's the reason I changed it in the minutes. My understanding, it was just gonna be the 8,000 all that we were allowed to have. And that's when I called Carlos and visited with them, that's what I was told.
But the 30,000 they're talking about is not even been ground up.
No.
No,
I think.
no, none of it's gonna be ground for I understand.
I think we need to get it clarified.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm thinking of what I'm hearing.
I have no problem.
Well, I'm hearing, Commissioners, we probably need to table this.
I make a motion that we table the 8,000 cubic yards wrap from TxDOT until further information clarified.
Okay, Commissioner, Williams has suggested we made a motion, we table this, accepting 8,000 cubic yards of route.
Second to made by Commissioner Parton. All those in favor of tabling this, for a later date, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. Moving on, number 11, discussion on the use of the 1888 jail. Commissioners, we've seen this before several times. We'll keep seeing this. So to give you all some updates from the last few weeks. I've met with Carrie Farrell from MHMR. She's up on the second floor here. We all are in agreement. I think we want someone out there full time. Carrie said they meet about one day a week up here. She wouldn't mind someday moving out there if we needed her to. I visited with Craig Wright of the VSO, Veteran Service Organization. Craig is very happy being in the Legion Hall right now. So he doesn't really want to move. He's happy there. We discussed ADA, American Disabilities Act regarding door entrances. So, and Judge Polk, thanks for all your comments 2 weeks ago, whenever. So any doors we use is going to have to comply with ADA. Commissioner Parton was with me last week too. We looked at some doors. The doors on the east side facing towards La Hacienda, there's an issue. Of course, with that opening, you'd have to make it ADA compatible, and getting a ramp built out in the street or the sides is going to be an expensive project. Another possibility I thought of would be the north door, which is just right over here. We got a sidewalk and there's more room, but the issue there, you got the old 1888 jail frame, and you also got another metal door you'd have to yank out. I've called Austin several times trying to get a definitive answer on the interior doors, and no one has given me that answer yet. We do know we got to do something on the outside doors. Another issue is boring. We got a quote for boring. If we do have a county attorney or someone out there sometime, Goldsmith wants them to be hooked up to our firewall system. We got a quote on boring last week from Steps Creek Consulting, roughly $16,000. And then the electrical part would be nearly 4,000. This is per figures from Goldsmith. So Commissioner Parton, do you have any comments? I know we looked around at the thing. We'll keep discussing this, but I've got no answers. I agree. I agree with everyone. I think we're going to get someone out there. Who that is and how to go about it, it's something to be determined later.
I just think before we spend a bunch more money, we need to know what we're gonna do with the building.
I agree. So
We can save the 20,000 on boring electricity if we just move somebody out there that
Yes.
didn't need
yeah, I
that
agree.
firewall server.
The county attorney would need it, but I don't know about these other groups.
The thing is, the other groups only meet once a month anyway, so.
Yeah.
Might as well stay with it.
Yes. So that's what I got for the 1888 jail discussion. Commissioners, any other questions or comments?
But I guess Brown County.
I hadn't talked to Brown County. I don't know.
Yeah, but there's no offices, I don't think.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Good. Any other comments on the 1888 jail? Okay, moving on, number 12, commissioners' requests and reports. Commissioner Wright, take it off.
We've been blading on 315, 316. We've been cutting trees on 315. We've been filling potholes on 505. And we've had a pretty good rain, so that's all I have.
Okay, Commissioner Head.
We did a little shredding, did a little pushing up, and then when we got the rain, we started, blading. We bladed, very kind of the north part of the precinct, and, got a little rain this weekend, so I imagine we'll probably start in the middle of the precinct as soon as it dries up a little bit.
Rain's been good. Okay, Commissioner Parton.
And then spot hauling some places in the pretty area, cleaning petrol over pretty. Kind of stopped right now. We got rain the other day, rain last night, so we're doing a little shop work.
Okay, Commissioner Williams.
Again, I've also been spot hauling and we've been working on County Road 414, redoing a section in there that run pretty good. Also did some maintenance. Also want to inform the court and the sheriff's department. I think that someone may have already reached out to you. I don't know, but we paid for a Guado stone because when we did water issues at the sheriff's office at the we were told we could get 100 tons and we ended up getting 200 tons. So we sent them a check or we did, Sheriff's Department sent them a check, Melissa did, for $1,117.20. And that's what Guado Stone showed us. The boss, the man that owns Guado Stone, sent the check back this summer and said, no, they're donating that. So you're getting that $1,100 back in y'all's account. Okay. And I didn't know, and Summer didn't know what was going on, and so they're supposed to be sending that back, so.
Well, thanks to them for donating.
Yeah, so I wanted to give it out to Guado Stone for that, so basically, they did $2,500 worth of good free stuff for us.
Did we have any flooding on this last rain or anything?
I did go out there the other day when we were getting that long farm quick rain. It was enough that water was running pretty good. Seemed to be running down through the rocks. We do still have an issue at the end. It was running around that concrete curb pretty severely. It's gonna wash that out next place. So,
And have we heard anything on the crew?
Yeah, I haven't heard anything.
The only other thing I need to mention is, and I kind of mentioned it a while ago with Tim being here, is we're gonna have an issue. There's over 150 people looking at being at the bridge and the campground for the eclipse. And they're all planning on standing on the bridge to watch the eclipse. And, TxDOT made a recommendation that many people standing on the bridge, they really don't want cars driving across it at the same time or pulling out there stopping. So TxDOT cannot make that decision. They can make a recommendation. And so with that recommendation, Commissioner James Lebo from San Saba and myself are going to shut the bridge down on Friday and then be closed through the 8th and pick it back up on
We'll
open.
probably post that on our website too.
Correct. I'll get all the wording and stuff there. Meet with the commissioner in San Saba tomorrow, whatever our free time.
Okay.
And we're gonna put plenty of signage up. Hopefully that'll be enough, but. And that'll help the sheriff's department out, so they don't have to go out there and pull somebody off the bridge and try to pass somebody like they did last time.
there is another thing.
Yes, sir. Commissioner Parton.
Needs to be mentioned. Tom Guthrie, our county agent, just recently got back from the, I think he was that Canadian helping out there with the wildfire bill distribution fees. So,
Yeah. Compliments to Tom. Yes.
It's been 7 days up there.
All right, Commissioner Williams, anything else?
That's it, sir.
Okay, number 14, County Judges Report. First off, our previous scheduled Commissioners Court meeting, we discussed audit, great report. Mills County is financially sound, so compliments to our County Treasurer Summer for all her hard work she did in compiling all the info, looking after all of us, and also to our departments for attending the business. Summer attended a risk management seminar last week, and I will be attending some conferences in the future. By attending these conferences, seminars are going to help reduce our insurance premiums. So I will be also helping on that some next year, whenever that comes up. Now, the CTIF grant has been compiled and sent in. You'll have the copies in your package. At our EMS building, the bay doors have been fixed last week. On Thursday, March 21st, I listened in on the broadcast of the Encore litigation with the Texas Supreme Court. The litigation, the arguments went on for about an hour and a half. And of course, it may be a month to 3 months before we're hearing ruling on the Encore Sherryland litigation. Noteworthy item today at 3 p.m., the dedication of the Gold Plate City Park to the Mike McMahon Park. Everyone is welcome. So congratulations to former Mayor Mike McMahon. And let's see, also our courthouse will be closed Monday, March 29th, this Friday for Good Friday. So everyone have a wonderful Easter, and that concludes my judge's report.
Pretty had their grand marches.
Yes. Oh, one other thing I forgot to mention, Pretty have their grand march at the courthouse.
First time ever.
First time ever. The yards look great. Compliments Guy Burns for all the hard work he did.
had a good many kids as grades 9 through 12. I bet there's what, 50 kids, Robert?
Good many of us.
And probably 150 people outside. So, glad our county schools can use our courthouse for the Grand March. So everything went good, and Gold Place Grand March will be, I think, in 2 weeks. Anything else? All right, number 14, Commissioner Wright, what are we looking for?
German,
Adjournment. I'll make a motion, we adjourn.
second.
Second by Commissioner Wright. All those in favor of adjournment, say aye. Aye. Meeting